Well, what can I say? I've been up and about. I've been, all about businesses. I'm about businesses, SMEs, and what have you. I've been working with the federal government and, putting some more things together.
Wait.
Just
the same federal government.
I mean, see,
wait. You want the same federal government.
You must understand that.
Are you working with the same federal government?
I heard that clearly. When I say that,
you have slaughtered on this
we are looking for. No. I don't slaughter the federal government. I only slaughter policies.
You guys have back in place.
Okay, it's a nice thing you said that.
However, I'm just saying
that before you shoot yourself in the foot.
I am here supporting women in business and young people in business.
So it's about the women. We should look out for this guy. It might be a Baltasar in the making. Okay, just hold that thought. Gang, how's your week been?
Fantastic. At least I know I'm not eating rice for Christmas.
Why?
Why? The cost.
All right. That's
exactly why we're supporting small businesses. You know why? Because we got a vendor
but I think rice
who actually sells rice for
110, 120.
75,000 is still expensive. But we're not going to talk about all of that.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
No, it's still expensive because
75,000 is expensive.
Yeah, it is still expensive because how much?
My brother, wait for December 1st. You will come and meet me.
How much is the minimum wage?
Baba, forget minimum wage.
So let's not even go into all
that. If you're any minimum wage, you can't buy a bag of rice.
Exactly my point.
But what are you doing buying a bag of rice? Let's be realistic now. Was there ever a time in Nigeria that the poor were enjoying? No.
Was there ever a time that minimum wage could buy bag of rice?
Yes. Let's be realistic. No.
Okay, you buy bag of rice.
Never.
Yes.
There was never that time. There was never that time.
Wait. How much is minimum wage?
70,000.
Exactly.
70,000.
How much was minimum wage?
How much was minimum wage before 70,000?
Yeah.
Minimum wage at some point was about 18,000. At some point, it moved then to 30,000.
So there was never a time.
So there was never a time.
No. In what year was that? That was Obasanjo's regime.
Before Jagaban, it has always been 30,000.
18,000 naira.
Yes, now.
How much was bag of rice?
How much was bag of rice?
A bag of rice was less than 30,000 naira.
And
so in the last 5 years, you don't buy it at the time
you couldn't buy it. It's the same thing.
He could not.
You just buy it and not have anything to eat but the rice.
Okay, you know what? Now that we've opened the floor by talking about, the economical situation, let's talk about this. And I'm hoping we can tie this into this because a lot of men are going through a lot of challenges trying to, hold their homes together. And we find a situation whereby women are not validating men's feelings. Like when a man comes home and says, things are tough, things are really difficult. I can't do this all by myself. Can I get some support with you? And then a lot of women are not really, in support because there's this thing about, now man, you have to do it yourself. And a lot of women are invalidating men's, thoughts and feelings over this. Why do men do that? I want to start with you.
All right, good. I'm so happy that you started with me because I was going to say that you literally answered the question even in the, even in asking the question. Because you just said that there's this idea of Naman you be. The mere fact of Naman you be has totally invalidated the emotions and the feelings of a man. The fact that you cannot allow a man to be a man and be a human being, not just the identity of a man, has already cancelled that validation. The fact that you can't allow a man cry and you will see him as a sissy is a problem. The fact that there is already a social structure, a social contract that says that men should be a certain type of way, or that men have to look or feel or be some certain thing, is already, an invalidity for whatever it is that you call emotions. There's nothing in emotions that you can say that a man feels. Look, let me give you an example. We all know exactly what it is that is happening in the economy for now, right? Exactly, we just spoke about the minimum wage. A man that is earning the minimum wage at this time can obviously not buy rice, right?
Yeah.
But his family needs to eat rice. So even if he cannot buy the bag of rice, he will buy 2 cups of rice and says that, please, I do not have this. Yeah. But when he buys the rice, he will buy this. Do you understand? That woman does not care how he feels. There are so many emotions going on through the mind of a man. He's thinking in his mind that, how long do I need to go through this?
Yeah.
How long do we need to stay here? I'm thinking of how I'm going to pay for school fees. I'm thinking of how I'm going to pay for house rent. I'm thinking of how I'm going to do this.
Yeah,
and then I still come to you
house,
and tell you as a woman that, babes, I'm thinking about this. I'm feeling
and
a certain type of way.
So
and then you tell me that, let's think about that one later. Because you don't think that I can feel.
Okay, you know what? Let me move on to Rich Uncle. Now, Rich Uncle, the reason why I'm asking this question is economically, there's a lot of issues that men are going through. And because men don't usually speak out or even try to express their feelings and emotions, why do you think women generally invalidate men's feelings?
Because men don't tell themselves the truth. Like, so as a man, what you can do is what you can do, right? And you need to be realistic with your partner, with your family. If I'm earning minimum wage, you can't expect me to bring home a bag of rice. Let people know this is my capacity. Anything outside of this, I'm stealing money. I don't want to steal money. I always say this thing that people would rather look for other means than tone their lifestyle. There's nothing wrong if I'm earning 300K a month.
Yeah.
And I realize that my expenses are 400K. I will tone it down. Like, it's not that hard. And I think a lot of men in the world we live in today always constantly feel the need to be the superhero. You will die. Your capacity is your capacity. Yeah. If I have more than this, I will do more than this. But right now, this is what I have. And if she's not getting with the program, it's not hard. Okay. No, it's not hard.
But you do know that, you see, like I said, it's an idea. It is something that a lot of people have built in their heads. They have built the fact that you have to be or you have to look like something in the eyes of people. All right. Yeah. Now, when a man feels or thinks in a certain way, there is no way he will be able to come to a place where he's like, babes, can you understand this is what? Do you understand? This is because of what has happened in the past.
Okay.
Or what you see. One of our major problems in this world right now is social media.
You think so?
Yes.
I'll tell you why.
Let me tell you why. Back in the day, if you notice, as children never know what is going on between mommy and daddy.
True.
Yeah.
All right? Because whether the daddy is crying inside or laughing, children don't know anything. But today, if mommy is not feeling good, she will write it on her status that in this life, make sure that you marry the right man.
No, but so here's the thing.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, so just to counter what you said, and I think that a lot of people live above their means, or they try to impress. So I'm going to be 45 March 2025. No, so here's the thing. I had a conversation with my wife last year, and I was like, oh, I'm probably just going to take you, the kids, and then we'll travel and have a fun time. And then we had that conversation last week, and I'm like, as it is now, I don't know about tomorrow, now, it's like, it's only me and you that can go. And it's like, oh, that's not going to be fun. And I'm like, if it's not going to be fun, I will go alone. And so like, but that will be boring. I can't kill myself. When the means were bountiful, we all ate it. The problem with people is that you try to be what you are not. And it will come to bite you in the butt at the end of the day. Auntie, I have 100,000. This is what we're working with. My salary is 120K. You can't expect me to buy a bag of rice. If I buy a bag of rice, we can't pay for NEPA, we can't pay for this. Like, just... So the problem with most men is they want to be their fathers. Your fathers are not living in these times. Understand that this is what it is right now. It doesn't mean tomorrow, money if you know it, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Not just you, bring your daddy, bring your mommy, I'll bring my daddy and my mommy. But right now, be realistic. Life is not hard.
So
stop impressing
the question
streets.
Is what exactly makes women not understand that
women don't understand? So exactly. women don't understand because men are not truthful. And men are not truthful.
Why would men be truthful?
Men are not truthful.
Okay, I need to hear from you.
Are you really ready for this?
Yes,
we're ready.
You're really ready for this?
This one that you're asking us, we're afraid of.
Because I agree, I agree with Rich Uncle a lot of times, but now I agree with him like 50%.
Why?
Why? Because sometimes the decision is not always based
Let me
on
just
yourself.
unfollow you now.
You understand? The decision is not always based on you. Now, for example, he's being pressured on his wife from having a good time because he might not be able to afford the whole family trip.
Which
that's what she wants.
Stated, yeah.
He has clearly stated it.
Yeah.
You get me? But that's what she wants. That's what she would like to happen. And men are always known to do extra, to go beyond certain limits. Now, this is the reason why a man can buy a bag of rice, and that Equatorial Guinean can buy you a bag of rice. The women will now go and meet him. So that is where when some men when some men fall short, their women can quickly look outside.
No.
It happens.
I think that's an indictment of women, and it's wrong.
No,
it's completely wrong.
It's not all women.
A lot of men. So
listen, when you introduce women to a certain type of lifestyle, you get where I'm coming from?
Right.
You could afford a bag of rice. Now you can't. And you're honest with your woman that, babe, now I can only afford 2 cups. She has tasted a bag of rice and she doesn't want to drop that level. So you stay in your happy home and somebody comes and tells her, I have a bag of rice. So she wants to maintain that standard.
So wait.
So does
this validate?
Don't have to impress the streets.
Hold on.
You don't have to impress. But
does this validate?
A lot of women don't stay with their men.
So is this the reason why relationships or marriages end when people travel abroad? You know why?
When the lifestyle changes, can you keep up?
Hold on. Let me give you an example. A pastor came to my house from the UK.
A pastor or his wife? Which one?
A pastor. Came to my house.
Just a pastor.
You know, so you know, no.
Wait, just simple.
It's a yes or no.
My point is this,
Yes
right?
or no?
You know, so now.
Nobody still have an answer, bro.
My point is this, right?
Yeah.
This pastor came to the house and he prayed
Without
for myself and my wife.
Okay. Without the
and
wife.
he asked the question. He said, "I have a question for you. If you were to travel out, travel to the UK to settle
Or relocate, yeah.
or relocate, and you have a better job than your husband, can you handle the bills by yourself and respect him?"
I want you to go change, bro. You go change. You go change.
Till tomorrow, I don't know why this man asked my wife.
No, because
that.
it's a valid question.
I don't know why.
No, it's a valid question.
It's a valid
question. It's a valid question.
You see, this thing we're talking about takes me back to that reality. And I said to myself, would I be vulnerable enough to say to my wife that, babes, this is what is happening. You know, I don't really have right now. Would I want to put myself in that position? Would I want to be in that space?
No, but I don't have right now. Doesn't mean I won't have tomorrow.
Exactly my point.
Exactly.
So because
It doesn't mean
now, how many people understand this?
A lot of women are told to an extent, marry potential. See somebody that has a bright future and grow with the person. So that's why I'm saying when people taste certain lifestyles and your person is understanding, they can always fall back. But when they're not, it's a terrible thing to experience.
It's a problem.
So I'll give you guys.
It is a problem.
I'll give you guys an example. The thing about life is, and I always say, men are not honest.
Men are not honest.
Men are not honest. That's why they die young.
Not all men.
Most men are not
See,
honest.
I want to say something that
honest,
I haven't said. I want to say something that I shouldn't share, but let me just share it.
Yes, please share.
I worked for a company that owed me salary for as long as 6 months, and nobody
How are you
knew.
surviving?
So the funny thing, even my wife had no idea that I had not received a paycheck in 6 months.
No, but why?
The company was having its issues.
No, my question is, why were you keeping that away from her?
Because here's the funny thing, I didn't want her to know that I didn't have, because it will make it seem like I couldn't provide. But here's the trick, I was providing. And I was doing things and I was making ends meet to a certain extent. When it got to a certain point one day, certain things happened. I just said, listen, man, there's some things I need to tell you. I now finally decided, let me open up and share this story.
Which goes back to what Richard
So
said
here's the funny thing.
about
When
men
I
not
shared it with
being
her,
honest.
she was like, what? She was like, are you serious?
And you're still able to
Then she
do
now
this,
said,
this, and
how
this.
were you able to do all of these things
Right.
you've been doing? I know God had a hand in it and some other means as well.
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from? But sometimes you always want to be in charge as a man.
Okay, you know what?
You always want to
think
be
we
in
can
charge.
go on and on.
So my
conversation.
issue was, should I have told her
Yes,
month
you should
one,
have.
You should have.
You should have.
You should have.
the first month?
Bro, you should
that's
have.
correct.
So just to buttress what you've said, last year, November, this is 2024, November 2023, the building where my Yaba store was, they closed it up. They sold the building, so we had to move. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. That day, when I got the news, maybe like 3 days later, I was driving somewhere in VA, I was looking for another shop. And between God and man, I found a new space the rent was maybe like 3 million. In my account that day, I had 3.1 million. So if I had paid the rent, I would have just 800K.
100,000, yeah.
And I was like, nah, this is very risky. I mean, family man and all of that. But I knew that was the right move to do. And in that instant, a friend of mine, Jerry, I can never forget him till the day that I die.
Yes,
he called me up and said, bro, how far? I'm like, and they said, I sent you some money. I sent you some money. I sent you some money. I'm like, why? You're like, I just feel that you need money. And I'm like, okay. I open my Bazar. I close them. So I paid the rent. And after I paid the rent, I called my wife and I sat her down. I'm like, this is what it is. This. Yeah. If not for this thing that Jerry gave me, I won't be here.
Exactly.
And she was like, okay, that's good. And you know the funny thing? That same day I called my daughter. That night, I will never forget it. I'm like, we'd have to change your school because I can't afford this school anymore. She started crying.
Oh my.
I can never forget it. So even if I had plans of falling off in life, she started crying. I'm like, why are you crying? She was like, so why did you send me to that school if you knew you couldn't afford it?
Oh my.
Wow. As you see, that hits the heart, man.
Yeah. Bro, I just my bill like this. Tomorrow,
you tie
move.
Yeah.
But guess what? Every step along the way, I carry my wife along because first of all, if you had enjoyed the years of bountiful
times,
you should also understand that this
when
is family.
Things are a bit difficult,
Maybe like 3 weeks later, one day she was talking about, she saw one bag she wanted to buy, and then I was like, how much is it? She was like, maybe 100K. I said that 10 times the money. I was like, where did you get this money from? I'm like, I was broke 2 weeks ago. I'm not broke now. I'm not broke now.
Yeah.
Like, it's very important. Most of the pressures we put on ourselves in life are self-imposed. I say it forever. By men.
Okay, you know what?
It's not necessary.
Uncle, I like what you said, but I think we need to move on to our next quick fire, and this one I think is something that is equally important. Snooping around and what it really means in a relationship. It's something that I feel we need to talk about, because part of this thing is that you're going through a situation now. That I'm going to start with you again. You're going through a situation, and because you have chosen not to discuss it with your partner, she is forced to snoop around to find out what is really going on with you. I'm just saying, she's going through your social media accounts, going through your emails, going through things to find out what is going on. What do you think it really means in a relationship?
Lack of trust.
But would it be a fault if you haven't come out to explain to her what the real situation is?
See now, let me not even say social media. Devices have become a second partner.
Yep.
You get me? The amount of time you spend on certain devices. I remember back in the days when your partner will complain you're watching too much TV. I'm here in the room and you're on the TV. Now it's in your hand. One thing that scares me sometimes, I walk around Lagos, I see people on the streets walking. Cars are coming, vehicles, somebody's approaching you. I'll be walking on the road, somebody's walking towards me, and I just stop. And the person doesn't see me coming till they get to me before they have to raise their heads. People are just occupied with so much of these distractions that it is scary. Now, for the lack of trust situation is, sometimes you need to look at the priorities in your life and understand your partner needs physical touch, but she doesn't get touched as much as. And I mean this both ways, as your device does. Now, a snoopy person obviously doesn't trust you. A snoopy person is looking for something, and sometimes some people, how would I put it, peer pressure, some of their friends are telling them this, telling them that, oh, do you check? I know girls that say, I don't check my man's phone. But their friends are telling them, you're afraid to check it. If you check it, you will see it. She says, I don't want to check it. There's some pressures they'll be like, if you check it, you'll see something. So if you're inquisitive to that fault, my wife shouldn't hear this, but I tell my wife, never go snooping around because I have some dead bodies buried somewhere.
Okay,
so
nice one.
And those bodies were buried before I met you. So if you go and see some of the bones, that's on you.
Rich Uncle, your reaction says a lot. Let's talk about your thoughts on what Gangas just said.
So for me, till the day that I would die, I will never check my partner's phone. Because
why? Why though?
Why do I want to destroy my happiness? So for me, why do you want to destroy your happiness? So let's be honest. In the era we live in now, whether man or woman, even if you're not flirting with someone's flirting with you. So I can tell you for free that if you pick your partner's phone and go through every DM, every message,
You find something.
you are going to find something that will get you angry.
Yeah.
Yep. So why do I want to do that to myself?
Yeah.
And they say ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Chibi, you are here beside me. It's okay. Because the truth of the matter is, if you take my own phone, you'll be angry.
Exactly.
Because there's obviously somebody that said something that I should have shut down. But I just ignored. Like,
I can relate with that.
Why do you want to do that?
Because there are times whereby men are a bit coquettish about certain things.
Why? So
without really thinking the extra mile about it.
So for me, I'm like, if I have to check your phone, we shouldn't be together. If I have to, like, hey, what she say, we shouldn't be together. I don't even want to do that.
Can I share a quick story that happened before I got married?
I wish it was before you got married.
Yes, it's before I got
There
married.
were no phones before you got married.
No, they were. They were.
There were no phones. Your first kid. How old is your first kid? Let's bust you before
My first
you
kid
start.
is 13.
13 years ago, who was president?
13 years ago?
Yeah.
Good luck, Jonathan.
Okay, so we had phones then.
Yeah, we have phones then.
Okay, go ahead. So
What's not to we have phones?
So I got hold on. So
Oh my
13 years ago, you had a phone. Jonathan was the president.
Yeah.
You were unmarried.
You can't catch me with that time.
I just caught you.
No.
You have been caught.
You have been caught.
So
I think we should focus on
on the story.
Okay, so go ahead.
This guy.
But if you
Go
get
ahead. This guy.
Go ahead.
This guy.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So the message, "Hi, dear," was a problem.
Idea.
Yeah.
So let me.
So let me get someone. So it was like, "Why are you calling? Who is this girl you're calling dear?" And I was like, "It's just what people say, you know." And here's the funny thing.
What about I, baby?
Wait, listen.
Is that what people
But
just
here's
say?
the funny thing. Sometimes some people can't take what they give. So from hi, dear, do you understand? I now observed people calling you dear as well, and you say, hey, sweetheart, and stuff like that. It's women can't handle
double
to an,
standards.
exactly, there's a double standard
Double
to how a
standards.
man
True.
says
I
hi to a
understand,
woman,
yeah.
and how women receive their own highs, and then why are you calling this girl this? And I'm just being nice. I've been nice to waitresses,
being
and the
friendly.
person that I'm with is like, you're being too nice. I said, that's just me. I'm just being courteous and nice. And they're like, no. But with you, you don't mind people being courteous and nice to you. And I'm like, you know?
So a friend of mine, he told me something else. It was like one day he was sleeping, and then of course Madame went through his phone, and she saw a message saying from a girl saying, "I'm pregnant." So first of all, she lost all her marbles. You got the girl pregnant, blah 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 blah.
This is
When it was finally established that the girl wasn't talking about the pregnancy for him, she was talking about pregnancy for someone else. The other question was, why is she so comfortable telling you she's pregnant?
Oh my
What
God.
kind of conversations are you
so you can
guys
never just
having?
let it go. There must be a reason behind it.
Yeah, they must. You know what? Let's quickly hear what Dek has to say about
I
this, and
honestly
then
don't
we're
want
going
to
to
say.
take
I
it.
don't want to say anything about
Why?
this.
You guilty?
Why, you're pregnant?
No, because no.
Skeleton food cupboard!
No, and I tell you why I don't want to say anything. Because I mean, I feel like I'm going to talk a lot more about the main topic.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would leave.
So
I
you-
leave
wait,
it
wait,
because I feel like
no,
Moving on to next.
So you don't want to tell us.
Yes.
You don't want to tell us about your near-death experiences.
no.
no near
They're not
death
really
experience,
kidding.
yeah.
No.
So they woke you up in the middle of that like, whiz!
No,
But the
no,
funny
no,
thing,
no.
I've had a similar experience in this pregnancy thing, and the question was there that why is this person so? I was like, because of how close we are. The person was confiding in me because she wanted to know what to do at
So
the time.
I just want to ask a quick question.
Yeah.
Does your partner going through your phone or your mobile devices or anything indicate a lack of trust? I
Yeah,
just
it
want a
does.
yes,
No, it
yes,
does.
no,
Yes, it
no.
does, it does.
Yes,
It
it does.
Bro code. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Black Table, and today our main topic is the Baltasar phenomenon. Now, the name Baltasar is synonymous to a lot of, trouble. On Friday last week, we saw it, but because we didn't have that much information, we really didn't think it was right for us to talk about it. But ever since then, we've seen videos, loads of videos, and my man here, Dexter, he hasn't seen any video, but I've seen a couple of videos, and those videos,
can you share?
I don't have it. It's on social media. Yeah, so I can send you links on social media so you can check it out. But anyways, Rich Uncle, you've seen the videos, some of the videos. Gang, you've definitely seen the videos.
Unfortunately,
and we're going to be talking about the Baltasar phenomenon. That's the man's a legend.
You say legend like that's a good legend.
A legend for all the wrong reasons. Hey, you good? You're right. You good? I call it the Cole Palmer. All Chelsea fans understand what that is. A Cole Palmer. Now, this man from Equatorial Guinea is someone who has blown social media up with all the videos that have been put out there, and we need to really talk about how this is played out. Now, the honest truth is this. We've seen the videos, but he was investigated for corruption on another level, and his home was raided, his office was raided, and certain videos were discovered. Now, the videos are now what is making a lot of noise. There's still charges over corruption and allegations on other things, but the videos are really, really out there, and the question mark on morality and ethical behavior is being put into question. Now, let's even start from the legal point of view. Has he done anything legally wrong?
That was the first question I wanted to ask.
Gang, I'm going to go to you first. Do you think with all the videos, because there's no need going into all the nitty-gritty, everybody knows what's going on, everyone has seen the videos, but has he done anything legally wrong with the videos?
Now, I'll first of all like to start by saying that I stumbled across these videos this night by accident. I did not partake in distributing these items.
Avoid the urge to shalaye.
So here's the thing. I don't know how the laws work in Equatorial Guinea, but
a laptop or whatever. It was
just to record them. Yeah,
they knew they were being recorded, so they knew what they were doing. So that conversation of men cheat, men are cheat, can we bury it forever? Because these are married women, and we're not talking.
They were senior.
We're not talking one. We're not talking two. We're not talking one.
Senior government officials.
We're not talking one. We're not talking two. We're not talking three. We're talking hundreds of them. So clearly, men cheat. Women cheat. In fact, humans cheat. Let's first bury that convo.
Yeah.
And then what he also did, imagine, like I said on the other show this morning, that imagine that these tapes didn't exist.
Yeah.
And these women came out to say, 300 women came out to say, this guy raped us.
Yeah.
What would people have said? No, nobody would have believed it.
He's a bad man. And it would have been their words against his.
No, he wouldn't even be their word against it. He'll be guilty as charged.
Can I say something?
Yeah. Let's say your thoughts on it.
All right. So when we talk about this whole saga, it's just another expose of our hypocrisy in Nigeria.
Wow, hypocrisy
in the world.
Yes. And I'll tell you this for a fact. The hypocrisy is so loud that it makes me feel a certain type of way. All right? It makes me feel a certain type of way. Because I'm like, we have people, I know people that have more than 600 partners.
Whoa, really?
Camera.
What is wrong? What are you saying? Look, let me tell you something. You see,
as the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
Bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you.
We give you back to back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max 6.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the shop. You need to award you waiting the 102.3 Max 7.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Ride.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max.
Late nights on Max FM is where we help you connect the dots and put you in that place where you are ready to do it right.
We are dishing out the top hits of the week, counting down the biggest songs on your radio.
Let's go. Right now.
On Max Sports, we bring to you sporting events happening all around the world.
It's not just sports, it's entertainment.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Sheen. Let's go!
We are your go-to for hit music, entertainment, and top-notch radio all day, every day. 102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Now, Equatorial Guinea was put on the map for all the wrong reasons this week, and Africa as a large has been put on the map for all the wrong reasons. But before we went on the quick break, my man here,
I was agreeing to stop. Let me jump in again.
Stop jumping in. You lose your legs.
Will not allow you
Stop jumping in.
It's crazy. No, but I'm with Deck because the first time I heard
finally,
of this,
gang is with finally.
As in, it's taking what, like an entire season.
I was like, what's the big deal? Because I'm very sure some Nigerian politicians and people on this side of the globe have done more escapades.
But maybe not record them.
Says who?
Who told you
because
that?
They've caught him. Listen,
because
they have not, thief.
Because they have not raided. They have not raided the politician's house yet.
You get me?
You know the funny thing. Here I am thinking that man, we're just going to find a way to understand.
It's like Diddy. Diddy did whatever he did for years. He's finally been caught.
Exactly.
Other people have their own scandals. They haven't been caught yet.
If there's a conga, all right, like that, yeah, I got it. A conga was doing it because it was some form of exercise fetish. Because he slept with women of all types of caliber. He slept with his brother's wife, slept with, his pastor's wife and all of that. When do you draw the line and say, okay, you know what? I'm doing too much.
So let me ask.
And with the videos out there.
I was saying something earlier on, right? So sorry to interject. You see, I was talking about it from the perspective of Nigeria. First and foremost, I didn't like the fact that everybody was trying, this guy's bad. When some celebrities release their sex tape, why didn't we shout, everybody is making
noise now? We didn't see 400 of those tapes.
No, let's leave that.
We didn't see 400 of those tapes.
Hold on, let's leave that, all right? Now, the thing is this. Was it a crime for him to do that? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think it was a crime.
Did he have consent from these women?
At least most of the videos, it seemed so. Yeah.
And it looked like they were really enjoying
themselves,
right?
exactly.
Now, number 3 is, you must also understand that there are people with worse fetish. There are people who do stuff that you would wonder
and do the Cole Palmer.
If they're human beings.
It's called Cole Palmer.
Do you understand? I mean, this guy is just a
Cole Palmer type of guy.
This guy is just a hugger. He likes hugging.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what is so spectacular about this. See,
why
let me tell you something.
Spectacular.
Oh, sorry, you're right. You're good.
I'm good.
See, let me be honest with you, right? One thing you must understand is that he who is without sin should cast the first stone.
Okay, you know what?
You will realize, bro. You will realize. No, hold on. You will realize. Sorry. You will realize. No, hold on. I'm getting there. You realize that it is just mere noise. When I saw a video of the guy in court, they changed his 2 legs. They changed his hands, and I looked at it. I'm like, this guy didn't
it's not for
anybody.
those videos, by the way.
It's not for the videos, right? Yeah. And I look at it that the only way that we can begin to look at it that, okay, yes, this guy did something wrong, is the fact that, yes, he did some of these things at the office, did it at the toilet and stuff like that. And maybe, of course, that is inappropriate for office
someone
environment.
of his,
if this guy did this stuff in his house, or in his own personal space, I don't think it's anybody's business. Matter of fact, he should sue the person that released those videos.
Okay, great.
Because
the distribution.
because they definitely invaded his personal.
Yeah,
his personal
not public content.
So, yeah.
But Rich Uncle, let's quickly ask you, what do you think ethically has gone wrong? Because
And what was your favorite video?
I'm not going to ask him what his favorite video is.
I'm just messing with him.
You know, ethically, we've seen the caliber of people had sexual encounters with in the video. Tell me, ethically, where did he get it totally wrong?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
No, you can't say that.
Nowhere.
Wait. I need to hear this. Nowhere.
Nowhere,
Okay.
because this guy had sex with women that consented to the sex. At no point did we see him beat, slap, or chain anybody.
Or force anyone to do
He
it.
didn't force anyone. They knew they were being recorded. These were women that had a lot at stake, and they didn't care. So first of all, like I said on the other show, the guy must be overly confident, and I think, in all honesty, I'm not sure, but I think what happened was he probably had sex with someone, and the person leaked.
And goes like, oh, that guy.
That guy did.
That guy, yo.
So he now became, in fact,
That's
he's the
it.
victim.
No, but someone's running with my narrative.
He's the victim.
It's the victim.
He's the victim. So here's the thing.
Can't hold your thoughts.
So let's be honest with ourselves. What did he do wrong? So what? He likes recording himself, having sex with women. Is there any man in
Please
this world that doesn't have...
focus very well.
No, but is there any man in this world that doesn't have one form of fetish or the other?
What's your fetish?
Do you have a fetish? Wait. Do you have a fetish?
In my sex day, bleep, I want you to lick like that. That's how I want you to lick. If he leaks,
Do I
when you're going to lick the hair, it has to be that. Even when you're watching this, you'll be like, my man.
I'm
Like, let me look like,
bro, I'm proud of you.
man.
I'm proud of you. Well done.
Bro. I cannot say this, but I know women.
I know what you
know
cannot
what
say. I know what you cannot say.
Baby.
Bro,
Nice one. Nice one. You know what somebody said? Somebody said, so you were talking about this whole why do you want to record and all of that? You know, someone said something very ridiculous and very funny to me. He said, Kappa, why you did do like this? Now you don't want to check your performance.
Let's be honest.
Before Dan answers that question, I'm going to ask every one of you guys, and I need you to be as honest as possible. I'm going to start with you, Deck. I don't think it's the right thing.
With yourself, were you sleeping with yourself?
No, I'm asking because...
No. 1, 2, 3, I've done it. This man, we don't believe him. He's lying. He's lying. It's okay. You've done it, have you? I think everyone, we don't believe him. He's lying. He's lying. It's okay. You've done it, have you? I think everyone.
You want to take your performance.
Just to see how it looks like. So,
you have to take your performance.
Just to see how it looks like. So, to be honest, I don't know about any other person. I have not done 400 tapes. I don't know about Rich Uncle or Dekia.
You're not done 400 tapes yet.
I'm not done 400 tapes at all. I've done just once. But you know, since we're on it, I'm going to take the social media feedback from people, and then we can quickly ride on it. And then we've got exactly 8 minutes to round up on the show. The first feedback we have here is from Abola, and Bola says, "You guys, emotional invalidation can happen for a variety of reasons, and gender is not the only factor that influences it." That was about the first quickfire we talked about. Agbenga says, "I wonder if it is because in my range," and then there's a bracket, mid-30s, "most guys have enough emotional baggage, trauma, and write a woman off the moment she expresses feelings / hurt, angry, when she justified in certain behaviors. They will like," okay, it says, "Dave," okay, this is weird, "like all," all right, so there's so much about this, but I'm going to move on to the next one. As Sade says, please, guys, I snooped, and that was when I found out my ex was breeding another family. Wow, breeding was the term. So all the times he lied that work had to take him to Abuja every other weekend, he was going to another family. I had one child with him. He had 4 children with the other family. I almost died. That's really crazy.
She basically found out she was the side chick.
She was the side chick, yeah.
City boy.
As caller says, the Baltasar, now President General among the nations. Baba Wirini Bobonye. I know. Yeah, that's the Baba Wirini Bobonye. And then there's a Jaden. Jaden says, Ekonga Baltasar Ibang. Baltasar Ibang. Ekonga Baltasar Ibang. That's crazy, right? Yeah, that's what at Jaden says. And finally, Adoyin says, that man gets spiritual problem. True. Even the regular cheats are mesodemas, bro. Like Mojuba, respect, respect. Now, the guys have shared their thoughts on some of the things we've talked about on today's show. But I just want to ask quickly, and I hope we'll be as honest as possible. I'm going to start with Rich Uncle. Do you think at any point in time, Baltasar Ibang Ekonga, that's a strong name, by the way, do you think at any point he was justified to, record other men's wife, document them, and keep it as his trophies? If so, why do you think?
So first of all, let's be honest with ourselves. Like I said earlier, without those tapes, it would have been their word against ease. We all saw the tapes. We saw they enjoy themselves. So, Baltasar, ultimate city boy.
City boy.
Ultimate city boy.
Your take on that?
Well, for me, I would say that, like I said, I still feel and I still think that there's nothing spectacular about what happened.
Because of what you know.
There are people I feel like there are a lot of people in this.
No, you feel or you know.
That
you feel or you know.
That are legendary.
You feel or you know.
See, I know.
I know.
So, one thing I can tell you for free is the fact that, right, this guy wanted to do this.
No, definitely.
Right? He must. Do you know what it takes for a woman to come to a place where she trusts you
enough
to
record that?
Do you know? See, let me tell you something. I spoke to somebody today, and it's like an older Egbon to me. He said to me that